The United Nations continue to warn against the adverse political, security, economic, and humanitarian repercussions of military escalation in the Red Sea and the risk of exacerbating regional tensions. Continued Houthi threats to maritime navigation, coupled with the risk of further military escalation, remains of serious concern and could potentially impact millions in Yemen, the region, and globally. We reaffirm the importance of ensuring safety and security of maritime navigation in the region. In that regard, we also call for the immediate release of the Galaxy leader and her crew, which was seized by the Houthis on 19th of November. We reiterate that such incidents originating from Houthi-controlled areas of Yemen must stop. No cause or grievance can justify continuation of these attacks against the freedom of navigation. As to the overall situation in the region, we encourage all concerned parties to avoid further escalation and de-escalate tensions and threats. This is critical so that traffic through the Red Sea can return to its normal state and the risk of Yemen being dragged into regional conflagration be avoided.
Attacks against international shipping in the Red Sea area are not acceptable. Ships must be allowed to trade worldwide unhindered and in accordance with international law. The International Maritime Organization continues to closely monitor the situation and liaise with the industry representatives and navies. A significant number of companies, around 18 of shipping companies, have already decided to reroute their vessels around South Africa in order to reduce the attacks on vessels and, of course, the impact that it has on seafarers in particular. This represents an additional 10 days to the journeys and, of course, has also a negative impact on trade and an increase on freight rates. I would like to take this opportunity to reiterate the call for the de-escalation to ensure safety of our seafarers, freedom of navigation, and stability of supply chains. The International Maritime Organization will continue to monitor the situation in collaboration with our member states, partners from the industry, and navies.
Thank you, Mr. President. Today, in light of both the broad support for consul action and continued Houthi attacks, the United States believes that we are at an inflection point. These attacks pose grave implications for maritime security, international shipping, and commerce, and they undermine the fragile humanitarian situation in Yemen, damaging the ability of the international community to deliver assistance to more than 21 million people in need. It is vital that the Council speak, and speak now, on the need to uphold international law as well as navigational rights and freedoms. The United States does not seek confrontation with Iran. Iran has a choice here. It can continue its current course, or it can withhold its support, without which the Houthis would struggle to effectively track and strike commercial vessels navigating shipping lanes through the Red Sea and Gulf of Aden. Let's remember that the provision of arms and related materiel of all types to the Houthis is a violation of this Council's Resolution 2216. All member states should adhere to their obligations under this resolution.
The Ayatollah regime is the #1 global sponsor of terror. It is flagrantly violating Security Council Resolutions 2231 and 2216. Iran is the architect of regional instability, and it is time to take real action and address the destructive role Iran plays. If we remain idle in the face of the global security threat that is Iran, then the Houthis are just the beginning of a dark future that we will be ushering in, a future in which terror organizations and terror regimes murder, maim, and terrorize with impunity, and this will inspire terrorists around the globe. Let's act now.